Once you begin selling on Amazon, you're going to quickly realize that you're restricted in selling a lot of brands, categories, and even sometimes specific items on Amazon. And that can be really annoying when you're first starting out, but it's actually a good thing that you'll have to overcome because it's just another roadblock that's going to make some people quit, and those who stick with it are going to be able to reap the rewards of sticking through that. So today I'm going to be teaching you how you can get ungated in those categories and brands over time and through various other methods. There's 3 ways that we're going to be going over, and I'm just going to teach you how you can do that. The first method that you can use to get ungated in categories and brands on Amazon is by achieving maximum approval. And this is just going to happen over time. There's really no formula or anything that I can tell you. But as Amazon starts to trust you more and more, you start selling more units, you start selling more dollar amount, they're going to give you what's called maximum approval or automatic approval. And that's where Amazon will just automatically allow you to start selling those items. This is why it's so important to, whenever you're outsourcing and you see that you're restricted in an item, the gray restriction, not the red one, just always request approval, because you never know when Amazon is going to give you that automatic approval, and they're just going to say, hey, we trust you, we see that you're a good seller, and we're just going to automatically approve you to sell this. So always automatically request, and then you never know. It could go through. If it doesn't, then we'll move on to the next method. The next method that a lot of people will use to get ungated in top brands and categories is by getting an invoice. Now, Amazon is very specific with what they want, and you can see on the document requirements exactly what they want you to submit whenever you are applying to get ungated. Now, I want to say that a receipt will not work. You have to use an invoice. Yes, there's been times where people can get by with a receipt, but that is not what Amazon wants, and that is very, very, very rare. You need to place a legitimate order with a legitimate distributor. You need to order at least 10 units. You need to make sure that your address that's registered with your Amazon business is the address that you use to place that order so that it shows up on the invoice. And that's really all you have to do. You need to find a legitimate wholesaler for whatever you're wanting to get ungated in, order at least 10 units, make sure your address is on there, and submit that to Amazon. Now with the invoice, do not pay for an ungating service. Do not pay for someone to generate an invoice for you. If you're doing that, you're faking invoices and you risk your Amazon account being banned. There's ungating services out there where you give them your money and then they give you an invoice. That is not real. Yeah, it works sometimes. You might get away with it, but you're risking your Amazon account getting banned. Don't do it. Finding distributors for a lot of the categories and even a lot of big name brands is not that hard. Just find the distributor, do your research, go on Google. If you want to get ungated in toys, for example, just search toy distributor. Pick one. Maybe look around, see if they're reputable, if Amazon's going to accept them, but if they're a legit distributor, then it's more than likely going to work. Now, the third way to get ungated on Amazon is one that I personally have never done, but I know it exists. It's right there whenever you go to apply. You can get a letter of permission directly from the brand to sell their products on Amazon. So say you want to sell Nike products, if you're using this method, you would have to have a letter of authorization from Nike allowing you to sell their products. I have never done this. I know it exists. I don't know anyone who's even ever used it, but I just want to mention it because it is another opportunity. This would be more so if you have wholesale accounts directly with a brand and you need their permission to sell. You could just ask them for that letter and they would more than likely provide it to you since you have a wholesale account with them. That is the third and last method. I don't know anyone who's ever used it, but it's there if you have a wholesale account with a brand. If you've made it all the way here, I'm going to give you some tips on how to make sure that your wholesale invoices get approved, just increasing that likelihood. If they get denied the first time, or even the first few times, just keep resubmitting it. If it is a legitimate invoice from a legitimate distributor, all your info is correct, you ordered your at least 10 units, your address is right on there, it will get approved eventually. You just have to keep resubmitting it. Another thing that you can do is annotate it for a third grader. On all my invoices, next to the product description, I write ASIN, and then I put out the ASIN. If you don't know what ASIN is, that's the Amazon Actually, I don't know what it stands for, but it's the Amazon inventory number. Let's look up what it stands for. ASIN is Amazon Standard Identification Number. So if you don't know how to find that, go to the product on Amazon.com, do a Control F, find that ASIN, and that's how you know the ASIN for the item. Or if you scan it with the barcode on the seller app, anything like that, you'll be able to find your ASIN. So I write ASIN : and then I write out the ASIN so that it's right there for them, helps speed up the process. And the other thing I do is I circle the quantity to show that I ordered at least 10 units, and I found that this does help me get approved. I have never had to resubmit anything, actually, because I've always done this with all of the invoices that I've submitted on Amazon. So that's just a few tips to help increase the likelihood that your invoice gets accepted. Thank you so much for watching this video about getting ungated on Amazon. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you are able to take some action from this video and start getting ungated and more brands and categories. Don't look down on this ungating thing. Yes, it's another hoop that you have to jump through, but it's something that's going to set you apart from the people who don't do it, the people who don't go through these steps. You're going to be able to sell more products than them. You're going to be able to find more items out in RA, OA, whatever method you're using. This is going to help your Amazon business, not hurt it. The people who are willing to put in the work are the people who are going to benefit from these loopholes that Amazon has. If you want to check out some more videos that I have, I'll link some over here somewhere. We'll put some sourcing videos and as well as some more beginner videos to help you get your account set up on Amazon. If you haven't already, please smash that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.